Hey everybody, this is Garth with TCP Performance. Here to give you a video on the Yamaha Rhino radiator. This covers the 04 through 07. What we're doing is the fan shroud installation. For those who might not know the easiest way to do it, the easiest way we've found we'll show you here. It's best if you get the hood off and out of the way. Go ahead and get all your electrical connections unhooked, and we've got the system. We pulled the shock over here on the passenger side, or the right side if you're sitting in the driver's seat, and got it out of the way. That's the best thing to do, to slide this thing out of here, and we've already got the system drained of coolant, so we'll turn it over to Caleb and let him explain the removal and install process to you.
Okay, what you'll have is your temp sender wire you disconnect. You have your fan wire here, comes off the fan, disconnect it. And you also have a little breather hose. Disconnect it, kind of tuck it up out of the way. Go ahead and disconnect your hoses. And then you'll have your oil cooler up front. Got 4 bolts. Go ahead and pull them. It'll just hang there, kind of out of the way.
Yeah, there's no sense in breaking the lines loose from the oil cooler. Just go ahead and leave those hooked up and let it hang there out of the way.
Then you've got the 4 bolts, 1 in each corner. They have this washer on it. Make sure you get that off. If you drop it, it's kind of hard to find down in there. Oh, then you have the overflow hose. Make sure you get that unhooked. You'll have to pull it out with the fan attached. You can't get to the bottom 2 bolts that hold it on. It'll come out with the fan on.
And go back in with the shroud and the fan.
This fan goes...
Then you just slide it right out of there. We'll get the fan off and then show you the install of the fan to the shroud. And okay, everybody, we're pulling the fan off the radiator. I made a mistake previously in when I stated that the fan goes onto the shroud and then you install the whole thing in. Actually, what you do is you install the shroud first and slide it in, and then you'll install the fan after that. The holes are the bolts are a lot easier to get to because you rotate the fan 90 degrees, and that puts the holes on the sides instead of on the top and bottom.
And you'll use the fan bolts to bolt the shroud onto, because we give you new bolts for the fan to bolt to the shroud. Go ahead and snug them up. Okay, we'll start by setting the fan in here, getting your hoses and everything hooked back up. Breather hose. It's got these little keepers to keep it out of the way. Go ahead and hook up your electrical connection. And then it just sets up back out of the way. Right away, tuck it in there. And
I want to tell them about the brake line.
Okay, on some of these, they have this brake line right here, and it seems like they depend on the welding on how far they space it out. Sometimes they might hit the shroud, sometimes there's some clearance. All you have to do is either take and, with a pair of pliers, twist this bracket back, push it back some way. Sometimes it clears, sometimes it don't. You just have to see what you need to do to clear that. Then with the radiator and the shroud together, slide that back in here.
While he's bolting that back in there, just a little bit of information for you that we've sold quite a number of these shrouds, and I've found that the response from people have been that the fan runs a whole lot less, doesn't seem to work as hard, gives you more of an opportunity to get a gain on your cooling as you're riding around.
I'll go ahead and snug them up later. And once you get them in, you take these 1/4-inch bolts that we provide, you slide this fan back down in here, get over here, and you'll want to just get them in there finger tight, get them started, and don't tighten them down until you get all 4 put in. Okay, once you get them bolts in, hook up your temp sender wire, your hose connection, your overflow hose, and then you continue putting your shock back on, top off with fluid, and bleed accordingly.
Alright, that concludes the video on the installation of the Yamaha Rhino fan shroud for the 04s through the 07s. That's all sizes. And you can find them on our website at tcpperformance.com. Thanks again.